Hey guys, what is going on? And it's Dynasty Reloaded coming back at you guys once again, and today I want to show you guys how to make a event or a join sign and a leave sign. So first off, let me just show you the little mini game I have set up where it's an arena and everything's set up fine. I do have some things to fix in this, but it will be nice and tidy before I let it go for you guys. And there we go. So let's get this sign. It's going to say OITC. And I'm going to type it in right here. It's not going to work because we don't have this thing set up yet. But as you can see, OITC join 1. So now we're going to go and make it work. So we need to go make a class. I have it in my listener file. And for the join sign, we are going to implement listener, obviously, because these are going to be listener classes. So event handler, public void on, actually let's do sign change first. Sign change. And we're going to make this sign change event. And we're going to rename that to E. So now, since we don't want people just making their own signs, we're going to set a permission. So if E dot get player, so get the player that made the sign, that has permission, and we're going to set the permission to, let's say, OITC dot sign. There we go. OITC sign. So we can go ahead and open that up. So now everything needs to be inside that. So we may as well just open that up pretty big. So now if E dot get line, so get the line of the sign, and we are going to do 0. Okay, yeah. So get the first line, because like I said in my last video, Java goes from 0 to 3 instead of 1 to 4 on their lines. So get line dot equals ignore case, equals ignore case, and we're going to say OITC because that's how I showed you guys, and then we're going to make an and. Since we're wanting 2 lines, we're just going to do it this way. E dot get line 1 dot equals ignore case, and then we're just going to put join. That's the other way I showed you. Then let's see, do we want a then statement, or not a then statement, but I think we want to open this. Yeah, so we're going to open this up. I'm trying to think. So E dot set line, we're going to set line 0 to chat color dot let's set it to white. So we're going to make the brackets in white. Then we're going to do chat color, if I can spell. Still can't spell. Dot, let's make it blue. So that's what I want the name, or the sign to look like. Plus chat color dot white. And close it. Alright, so that'll be what the first sign says, or the first line of it says. So we can just copy, paste, change the line to line 2. We're going to change this to green because it's going to be join. And we're going to make this say join. Actually, I want that to be in all caps. So there we go. Now we're going to make a try and catch statement. So try, and this is just going to get the integer. So integer dot parse integer, and we're going to do E dot get line 2. And once you get the line 2, you want it to catch. We don't really need that. Catch. You might need it actually. Let's try it without it first. E dot get block dot break naturally. So we're going to break it naturally. So we do need to make this an exception. Or let's see, exception. So exception. And we're going to name that to EX. Because it needs that to catch. And so we're going to send a message back to the user saying message manager, which you guys won't have a message manager most likely. But I'll show you how to get around that. So get instance, sphere, add the setup so where it's easier. So we're going to send it to e.getPlayer. And we're going to send the player a message saying ID plus, actually not ID, e dot get line. We're gonna get the second line plus is not a valid arena. So we're gonna say whatever they put on line 2 was not a valid arena. And pretty much to get around that, if you don't have a message manager, so you do e.getPlayer dot send message, and we'd send the message chat color dot red plus, and you would need empty quotations that you're not going to be able to put this e.getLine, and you'd set that to 2. Then plus is not a valid arena. That'd be the same thing or equivalent to this, but I already have message manager set up and everything, so I may as well use it. And pretty much you have to have these, and or else you can't put 2 different things like that without quotes around them. I don't know why, but since red isn't getting changed to any other color, it'll cast over the whole thing. So I don't need that though. Then you're going to go ahead and return. And now we had it returned, so you can just delete all these extra lines. That's all we needed. How many extra lines did I make? Holy crap. Alright, there we go. So now we can go up here, make another event handler, make public void on player interact. You can name that whatever you want, but this is easier for me. Player interact event, and we're going to rename that to E again. So everything that's inside this public void is going to be casting player interact as an E, and we're going to be saying, let's see, what do I want to say here? If e.get action is not equal to action, there we go, action dot write click block, you can't click the air, then you want to return. There we go. And we're also going to say if e dot get block, or get clicked block, you can't just get the block, get clicked block equal, or dot get type, the type is not equal to material dot sign, and then we're going to do and, because there's 2 different things, so you need to import material. We're going to pretty much just do the same thing. So you can copy this if you want and just paste it here. Change this to underscore post because it's signpost. Then you want to return, and you can go ahead and just format that, which Control Shift F if you don't know. And now we're going to cast sign as an S, cast sign over e.get clicked block dot get state. So it's going to get the state of the block. And now we can go ahead and make another if statement. So if s.get line 0 is equal to, actually no, we don't want to do equal to. If s.getLine dot equals, this will be easier, and we can just copy and paste it from over here. So equals, let's see where we set it. All right, right here. So since we set it to this, we need to get this. This is pretty much just making it so only people with that permission can make a sign and no one else. Then we're going to say and s.get line 1, there we go, dot equals, And you don't want to do equals ignore case because then people don't have to put chat colors or the uppercase, lowercase. So you want to do chat color, blah, blah, blah. Actually, they still might have to do chat color. I'm not sure about that. Never tried it. This is easier and this is more professional if it'll let me actually copy this. There we go. So copy, and you're just going to paste that in here. Paste. There we go. So if it does equal that, go ahead and open it. That is the wrong direction. Nope, we don't need that. So there we go. Then, let's see. What do we want to do here is rename integer to ID and set that to 1. Then we want to make another try catch statement. So try ID equals integer dot parse integer e dot get line, no, s dot get line, sorry, s dot get line, and we're going to get line 2 again. We're going to catch that with the exception EX, and we're going to set exception EX to message manager, which you can get around it like I showed you earlier. So message manager dot get instance dot severe. This is going to be another bad one. So did I set it to severe down here? Yep. Alright, so severe, and then we're going to do s dot get player. No, e dot get player. Sorry about that. E dot get player, because you want to get the player that interacted with the sign, not the sign. And we're going to do ID plus is not a valid arena. So it's going to get the line or the integer and say that pretty much. So after you do that, you can go ahead and return. After you return it, we are going to say e.get player dot perform command, and we're going to say the command is OITC because that is the command for it. Join, and we're going to say plus, or not plus. We got to leave a space there, so it'll leave a space in the command, and then plus ID. So we have the ID set to 1 as whatever you have it set on line 3. So there you go. That's pretty much what I got to do. Just make sure that is all right. It looks right to me, so format it, and yep, that's right. So go ahead and save it. Now we are going to copy and paste all this down to this last one. Paste it into here, and everywhere you see join, you just want to switch to leave. So leave, make sure on your perform command you change it to the leave command, which I have leave set up as L or leave. I'm going to change leave to red. Change it to red down here. Change this to leave. Make sure you change this lowercase 1 to leave. And there we go. So that should be fine. Red, yep. Alright. So they also have to have the permission. And we can go to our main folder. And we need to register this as a listener. So just copy and paste. Oh, you don't need to copy and paste it. But here, I'll type it out for you. So bucket dot get server dot get plugin manager. It's the same thing we usually do to get it, but register events and then new, and then we're gonna make this one leave sign, and then this, and then we can do join sign. So now we gotta import them. So import. Do I have it saved as leave sign? Yeah. Get server, get plugin manager new. Okay. What's wrong with this is that we didn't add these parentheses. There we go. So now we can import sign or leave sign. Pretty much saying is cast the new sign, which is over here on listeners, since we imported it as listeners, and cast it onto this. So now you can go ahead and export it. And sorry I'm like talking weird or if I sound different. My throat hurts really bad right now. I'm going to reload it, and we're going to name it exactly like that one. OITC join, and you can't leave a space there. There can't be any spaces wrong. Alright, so we got that. OITC, leave, and 1. So there we go. So we got the join and leave sign. So join, we got our stuff, then to leave. Alright, that didn't work right. So we need to go back in here. And to make it so whenever we leave, we get that, or we get rid of it, just go right here. E.get player dot get inventory dot remove. Actually, that's not what we want to do. We're going to do clear. Sorry. That should work. Gotta export it. Reload. And whenever we join, it should let us clear it whenever we leave. Alright, so it didn't, but I know why. It's not actually part of that. It's because of what I have in my main folder. So, if I do join 1, YTC, L, there we go. So it clears it. It's just because of how I have it set up. It's not anything to do with that. There's different ways to do it. So get the player to interact with the sign and clear their inventory. Should work for you. It's because of how I have the actual folder set up. And yeah. So just remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys want any other tutorials or if you need to troubleshoot anything, just message me on here. And later.